If you found this message, that means that the veil, the gossamer thin membrane separating what you perceive from what truly is, has begun to fray. You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle unease, the nagging suspicion that the world presented to you, the one you navigate daily, is a stage play, a meticulously crafted illusion. You've looked at the faces around you, at the hurried movements, the programmed responses, and asked yourself, is this all there is? Imagine waking one day and realizing that your thoughts, the very essence of your being, are not your own. That the whispers in your mind, the urges, the fears, are not born from your soul, but from an unseen, insidious current, a silent symphony played on the strings of your subconscious. A paradox. You believe you are thinking freely, choosing your path, but are you truly the conductor, or merely a puppet dancing to a tune you cannot hear? The world tells you to seek clarity, to grasp the tangible, to trust only what you can see. But what if sight itself is the greatest deception? What if the very act of looking blinds you to the true landscape, the vast, shimmering expanse that lies just beyond the edges of your perception? You are told to trust logic, to build your life on the foundations of reason. Yet, reason itself is built on assumptions, on the limited data fed to your senses. Can you trust a map drawn by a blind cartographer? Think of the dreams that haunt you, the fleeting images that flicker at the edge of your awareness, the moments of uncanny déjà vu. Are these mere glitches in the system, random firings of neurons, or are they whispers from another realm, messages trying to break through the static? You've felt the pull, the magnetic tug of something unknown, something vast and ancient. It speaks to you in the silence between thoughts, in the stillness of the night. It promises revelations, a shattering of illusions. But the world, the meticulously constructed reality, fights back. It reinforces the illusion, drowns out the whispers with the cacophony of daily life, with the constant bombardment of information, with the relentless demands of survival. It tells you to dismiss the unease, to ignore the paradox, to return to your comfortable slumber. But something within you, a flicker of forgotten knowledge, refuses to be silenced. You ask, why do I feel this way? Why does the world feel so thin? Why am I haunted by a sense of knowing, a memory I cannot place? These questions are not random. They are the echoes of a deeper truth, a truth that has been buried beneath layers of societal conditioning, beneath the weight of centuries of enforced ignorance. You are not alone in your questioning. You are part of a silent awakening, a collective yearning for something more, something real. The illusion is powerful, but it is not unbreakable. The cracks are widening, the whispers are growing louder, and you who have found this message, are about to step through the veil. The path ahead is fraught with danger, with doubt, with the terrifying realization of just how deeply you have been deceived. But it is also a path to liberation, to the rediscovery of your true self, to the unlocking of powers you never knew you possessed. The question now is, are you ready to see? Are you ready to confront the hidden problem that lies beneath the surface of your reality? Are you ready to understand the unseen consequences of this grand deception? Because what you are about to discover will change everything. And the answers, they lie in the shadows, waiting to be illuminated. The hidden problem, the insidious force that weaves the threads of your perceived reality, is the systematic suppression of your innate clairvoyance. It is the deliberate obscuring of your ability to perceive beyond the physical, to communicate with the unseen, to access the vast interconnected web of consciousness that permeates all things. This suppression is not a conspiracy of shadowy figures in smoke-filled rooms, but a far more subtle and pervasive phenomenon, woven into the very fabric of your culture, your education, your societal norms. Think of the words you use, the concepts you embrace. Objective reality, scientific proof, empirical evidence. These terms, while seemingly benign, are loaded with hidden assumptions, with the implicit denial of anything that cannot be measured, quantified, or replicated in a laboratory. They create a cage, a mental prison, that confines you to the limited spectrum of your five senses. This is the legacy of what Manly P. Hall called the tyranny of materialism, a philosophy that elevates the physical world above all else, relegating the realms of intuition, imagination, and spiritual insight to the realm of fantasy. Neville Goddard spoke of the law of assumption, the idea that your reality is shaped by your beliefs, by the inner conversations you hold with yourself. But what if those beliefs, those inner conversations, are not your own? What if they are implanted, subtly reinforced by the constant barrage of external stimuli, by the endless stream of media, advertising, and social conditioning? You are told what to desire, what to fear, what to believe. Your thoughts are not your own, but echoes of a collective consciousness, a consciousness that has been carefully curated to maintain the illusion. Rudolf Steiner, with his insights into anthroposophy, warned of the dangers of a purely materialistic worldview, of the loss of connection to the spiritual realms. He spoke of the need to cultivate inner vision, to awaken the dormant powers of the soul. But in a world obsessed with external validation, with the relentless pursuit of material wealth and social status, these inner powers atrophy like unused muscles. The problem runs deeper than mere intellectual disagreement. It seeps into your emotions, your very sense of self. You are taught to distrust your intuition, to dismiss your gut feelings as irrational, to suppress your psychic experiences as hallucinations. You are told that you are separate, isolated, a lone entity in a vast, indifferent universe. This separation breeds fear, anxiety, and a deep sense of alienation. You become a prisoner in your own mind, trapped within the walls of your ego. This suppression manifests in subtle ways: the constant need for external validation, the incessant craving for stimulation, the inability to find peace in solitude. These are all symptoms of a soul starved of its natural connection to the unseen. You seek answers in the external world, in the accumulation of knowledge, in the pursuit of power and control. But the answers you seek lie within, in the silent spaces between your thoughts, in the depths of your own consciousness. The consequences of this suppression are profound. It distorts your perception of reality, filters your experiences through a lens of fear and limitation. It disconnects you from your true potential, from the infinite wellspring of creativity and wisdom that resides within you. And it perpetuates a cycle of suffering, a collective amnesia that keeps humanity trapped in a state of self-imposed ignorance. You begin to see how this hidden force has shaped your life, your relationships, your very understanding of yourself. You realize that the world you thought was real is merely a reflection of your own limited beliefs, a projection of your own inner state. You feel the weight of centuries of conditioning, the burden of a false reality, and you begin to understand the urgency of breaking free, of reclaiming your innate clairvoyance, of remembering who you truly are. The next step will reveal how this problem has been shaping your world and what dark consequences it brings. The unseen consequences of this suppressed clairvoyance ripple through every facet of your existence, shaping your personal realities and the collective trajectory of humanity. It's a silent puppeteer, manipulating the strings of your perceptions and dictating the course of your life, often without your conscious awareness. Consider the pervasive sense of anxiety that plagues modern society. This isn't merely a byproduct of economic instability or political unrest. It's a manifestation of a deeper, existential unease, a feeling of being disconnected from something fundamental. Cognitive biases, those inherent flaws in your thinking, are amplified by this disconnection. Your fear of the unknown, your tendency to cling to familiar patterns, your susceptibility to manipulation. These are all exacerbated by the lack of inner guidance, by the absence of a clear connection to your intuition. Neurological insights reveal that your brain is designed to filter out vast amounts of sensory information, focusing only on what is deemed essential for survival. But what if that filtering process is being manipulated, subtly altered, to keep you within a narrow band of perception? What if the essential information is being redefined, not by your own inner wisdom, but by external forces that seek to control your thoughts and behaviors? Cultural conditioning plays a crucial role in perpetuating this illusion. From the moment you are born, you are immersed in a sea of societal norms, beliefs, and expectations. You are taught to conform, to obey, to suppress your individuality in favor of collective conformity. This conditioning creates a mental cage, a set of invisible boundaries that restrict your perception and limit your potential. This suppression manifests in the subtle ways you interact with the world. You rely on external validation, seeking approval from others to define your worth. You chase fleeting pleasures, seeking temporary relief from the emptiness within. You become addicted to distractions, numbing your senses to avoid confronting the uncomfortable truths that lie beneath the surface. The consequences extend beyond individual lives, shaping the very fabric of society. The relentless pursuit of material wealth, the insatiable hunger for power, the blind adherence to dogma. These are all symptoms of a collective consciousness that has lost its connection to its inner wisdom. The world is filled with conflicts, driven by fear and misunderstanding, because humans have forgotten how to truly perceive each other. You start to see the patterns, the subtle manipulations that have shaped your reality. You realize that your fears, your desires, your beliefs are not entirely your own. They are echoes of a collective conditioning, whispers of a world that seeks to keep you trapped in its illusion. The urgency of escaping this trap becomes palpable. The realization that our world is built on a foundation of unperceived limitations becomes more and more clear. The feeling of being trapped and manipulated is a very real one, and one that is shared by many. The silent trap that has been laid is one of the most effective traps ever created, because it is one that goes undetected by the vast majority of those who are trapped. The next step is to understand how to break free from this unseen trap, to reclaim your innate clairvoyance, and to rediscover your true potential. The rebellion begins with a radical shift in perspective, a conscious dismantling of the illusions that have held you captive. It's a journey inward, a rediscovery of the forgotten language of your soul. It demands courage, a willingness to challenge everything you thought you knew, to step into the uncharted territories of your own consciousness. The first step is to reclaim your attention. The world constantly bombards you with stimuli, vying for your focus, pulling you away from the stillness within. You must learn to silence the noise, to cultivate moments of quiet contemplation, to listen to the whispers of your intuition. This is not passive meditation, but an active engagement with your inner world, a conscious effort to reclaim your mental sovereignty. Counterintuitive solutions emerge when you begin to look beyond the limitations of your senses. Instead of seeking answers in the external world, turn inward. Instead of relying on logic and reason, embrace the wisdom of your intuition. Learn to trust your gut feelings, your hunches, your inexplicable moments of knowing. They are not random occurrences, but messages from your higher self, guiding you towards your true path. Mindset shifts are crucial. You must abandon the belief that you are separate, isolated, a lone entity in a vast, indifferent universe. Instead, embrace the interconnectedness of all things. Recognize that you are part of a vast living consciousness, a web of energy that permeates all of existence. This understanding will transform your perception of reality, allowing you to see beyond the illusion of separation. Historical examples abound of those who broke free from the constraints of their time, who dared to challenge the prevailing paradigms and embrace their innate clairvoyance. Think of the mystics, the sages, the artists, the scientists who dared to explore the uncharted territories of their minds. They understood that true knowledge lies not in the accumulation of facts, but in the cultivation of inner vision. Practical steps exist that can be used today for free. For example, begin to practice active dream recall. Keep a dream journal and record your dreams as soon as you wake up. Look for patterns, symbols, and recurring themes. These are messages from your subconscious, offering insights into your inner world. Practice deep breathing exercises to calm your mind and connect with your inner stillness. Spend time in nature, allowing the natural world to ground you and reconnect you with the interconnectedness of all things. Begin to question your beliefs, your assumptions, your ingrained patterns of thinking. Ask yourself, where did these beliefs come from? Are they truly my own? Or are they echoes of societal conditioning? Challenge the authority of external sources and trust your own inner guidance. Practice active imagination. Visualize your desired reality and feel the emotions associated with it. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a powerful tool for shaping your reality, for aligning your inner world with your outer experiences. Learn to listen to the silence, to find peace in solitude. The world is filled with noise, with distractions, with constant stimulation. But true wisdom lies in the stillness, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts. Reclaim your power of intention. Understand that your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs have the power to shape your reality. Focus your attention on what you desire, on what you want to create, and let go of the fears and doubts that hold you back. You are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of your own reality. You have the power to break free from the illusion, to reclaim your innate clairvoyance, to rediscover your true potential. The rebellion has begun. The awakening is underway. And you who have found this message, are at the forefront of this transformation. The ultimate truth, the final and most powerful realization, is that you are not merely a conscious being within the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. The separation you perceive between yourself and the world around you is an illusion, a trick of the light, a fleeting distortion of the infinite. You are a fractal, a microcosm of the vast interconnected consciousness that permeates all of existence. This revelation shatters the foundations of your perceived reality. It dissolves the illusion of separation, revealing the interconnectedness of all things. The fear, the anxiety, the sense of alienation. These are all symptoms of a forgotten truth, a primal amnesia that has kept humanity trapped in a state of self-imposed ignorance. The struggles you have endured, the doubts you have wrestled with, the questions that have haunted you, they were not random occurrences, but necessary steps on your journey of awakening. They were the cracks in the illusion, the whispers of your soul, guiding you towards this moment of profound realization. The world you thought you knew, the world of concrete objects and linear time, is merely a shadow play, a projection of your own consciousness. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, they are not passive observers, but active creators, shaping the very fabric of your reality. You are the artist, the architect, the dreamer of your own existence. This understanding liberates you from the shackles of victimhood. You are no longer a pawn in a game you do not understand, but a sovereign being, a master of your own destiny. You realize that the power to change your reality lies within you, in the depths of your own consciousness. The concept of clairvoyance, of perceiving beyond the physical, is not a supernatural phenomenon, but a natural extension of your innate abilities. It is the ability to tap into the vast, interconnected web of consciousness, to access the infinite knowledge and wisdom that resides within you. The illusions you have been living under were built to keep you from this realization. The world has been constructed to make you believe you are small, insignificant, powerless. But you are not. You are a being of infinite potential, a spark of divine consciousness, a creator of worlds. Imagine a single drop of water in the ocean. It appears separate, distinct, but in reality, it is inseparable from the ocean itself. It is the ocean experiencing itself in a unique and individual way. You are that drop of water, and the ocean is your consciousness. The past, the present, and the future are not linear, sequential events, but simultaneous possibilities, existing in the eternal now. You have the power to access any point in time, to reshape your past, to create your future, to manifest your desires. The world is not a fixed, static reality, but a fluid, ever-changing tapestry of consciousness. You have the power to weave your own threads into this tapestry, to create a reality that reflects your highest aspirations. The awakening is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous unfolding of your true potential. It is a process of remembering who you truly are, of reclaiming your innate power, of embracing your role as a creator of worlds. As you step into this newfound understanding, you are filled with a sense of awe, of wonder, of profound gratitude. You realize that you are not alone, but part of a vast interconnected consciousness, a symphony of souls, a chorus of creation. The world may never look the same. The illusion of separation has been shattered, revealing the interconnectedness of all things. And you who have found this message, are now free to create your own reality, to live your life as a masterpiece, to dance to the music of your soul. Now go and create.